Welcome back to SourceFedNERD. This episode is brought to you by HelloFresh, the meal kit delivery service that makes cooking fun, easy, and convenient. Also, huge thank you to everybody who tuned into our iPhone 7 live stream today. It's a lot of fun, but now we're gonna break down everything we saw, what got us excited, and what made Sammy real mad.
Let's talk about the big news first, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus. Shout out to Apple's Twitter for accidentally leaking the pre-order link and the picture before it was even announced on stage.
Additional same kind of shout out to Amazon for also prematurely de-audio ejaculating the iPhone 7 on its site. Good job on that, guys.
Now let's get into what you care about. What's different on the 7 and what's not?
Well, let's start with the aesthetic changes because, as we all know, those are the most important since they make it clear to everyone that you have the new one and not that, gross 1-year-old one.
Ugh, fucking disgusting. Say goodbye to the space gray, whatever that means, since space is definitely not gray. But say hello to black and jet black. If you're wondering what the difference is, black is black and jet black, it'll definitely show you scratches. High five.
Nice! We've also got silver, we got gold, we got rose gold, and no blue because Apple hates me. And considering the screen probably isn't any more shatterproof than it ever has been before, let's be honest and say the phones are actually just gonna be whatever color you choose for your case.
Yay! Also, the antenna bands are shifted a bit so we can have a slightly cleaner / smoother back design, and no duh, the new iPhone, like every iPhone, is way thinner.
Actually, no.
What?
It's not.
No!
The iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus are the same thickness, 7.1 and 7.3 millimeters respectively, as the previous generation phones were.
But wasn't that the whole reason that they needed to get rid of the headphone jack?
It was one of them, yeah.
They didn't make it any thinner?
Nope. Ugh. And he pooped. Okay then, we'll get back to the headphone jack in a moment, but let's talk about that camera. Or actually cameras if we're talking about the 7 Plus.
Is it gonna make me go any less Super Saiyan?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Now the iPhone 7 got a standard camera upgrade, which is still great because the previous camera was very solid. So we're talking now it has optical image stabilization, which makes our pictures less blurry, and our videos are gonna be like smoothie, liquidy, sexy. But the big news.
Oh, dude, you gotta hurry up, my hair hurts.
Okay, the iPhone 7 Plus got 2 cameras. They're set at different focal lengths, which means that one is a normal wide angle that we're used to, but the other one is a telephoto lens, which is just a fancy way to say it's like zoomed in.
Okay, that's better. I almost died.
Yeah, and your poop went back in.
Oh, there you go, look at that. That may not sound like a big deal, but if you've ever tried to zoom in your iPhone camera to take a picture, you know it starts to look like you're adding a potato filter pretty quickly. With an already optically zoomed in camera.
Meaning that the iPhone is not digitally blowing up the image, the lens is actually shifted to blow up the image in like a perfect, sharp way. No distortion, no artifacts.
No distorted artifacts. If you're peeping from a distance, it'll look super sharp.
Perfect for your long distance perving. Also, the phone's camera isn't actually gonna compete. Oh no, the phone's camera isn't actually gonna compete with DSLR cameras, but it got a hell of a lot closer to doing so with the new bokeh feature. The phone looks at the same image through 2 cameras and creates a depth map.
Meaning it can tell what's the closest and what's in the way far backness.
And then it makes the far stuff blurry. While that sounds like that would be a bad thing, blurry backgrounds are what make pictures and movies look all pretty and cinematic. So actually, legit, this might be my favorite new feature.
I'm a fan of the improvements to the front-facing camera because that's the one I can look at me. And it's upgrading from 5 megapixels to 7 megapixels. So my selfies are gonna step up their game a little bit.
And we'll be able to see every little nook and cranny in our rapidly aging faces.
Yay!
Wrapping up the camera upgrades, the phone has a way stronger flash to blind your friends with, and with its 1.8 aperture lens, it can now take way better low light pictures, again, for perving probably in the dark.
And the new image processor that figures out the best focus, exposure, white balance, tone mapping, and reduces the noise, and then takes a bunch of pics and merges them into one.
Basically, it's trying to make it so you can't fuck up your pictures. Even your mom will take amazing pictures, though it probably cannot see through her thumb, so never mind.
Love you, Mom. While the phone has other cool stuff like an additional 1 to 2 hours of battery life depending on the version, and the base model now is 32 gigabytes instead of 16 gigabytes.
And it being way faster, 40% faster than the 6S, which was already the fastest phone on the market.
Damn. We're just gonna go ahead and jump to the dang headphone jack. God, I'm not happy about this.
Careful. So they got rid of the headphone jack, and Phil Schiller defended it by saying they have all kinds of cool technology they're trying to get in there, and quote, it's all fighting for space. Maintaining an ancient analog connector just doesn't make sense.
Except taking away the jack that everybody uses doesn't make any frickin' sense.
Careful, your hair.
I'm just saying, no one wants to use a little dongle that they're gonna lose anyway and probably cost $1 million.
Actually, it only costs $9.
That's surprisingly reasonable, but that doesn't make any fucking sense. What are they? They're trying to get us to use those wireless ear pods that are freaking $160 and yeah, actually look pretty cool. But that's not the point. I'm gonna lose those things anyway, so what's next? Wireless charging?
I mean, that's probably where they're heading, is eventually wireless charging.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dope. But hey, can you think of one good reason to do this?
Yeah, the phone won't break when you drop it in a toilet.
What? That's how I lost 2.5 iPhones. It's waterproof now?
Water resistant, but good enough that you can make a big old wet mess all over it, and you should be good up to about 1 meter under, so like a pretty deep toilet.
Well, my toilet's under 1 meter, so that's perfect. Okay, I'm convinced, I'm buying it.
That wasn't so bad.
Fuck, I'm gonna sweat out my asshole, Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I'm also just remembered the awesome Nintendo announcement at the beginning of the conference. Sure, we're getting Pokemon Go on the Apple Watch, blah, 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 whatever. We're getting a Mario game on the iPhone and iPad, freaking yeah.
It's called Super Mario Run, and like, Run games, or it has Run in the title. And it's like all your favorite Mario World games, but it can be played with one hand.
Hit.
The graphics look like your newer Mario games and will be hitting the App Store very soon. And don't worry, Android users, it'll come to you guys very soon. Nintendo just loves us more.
Real quick, you can pre-order the iPhone 7 and it comes out September 16th and it costs just $649 to start for the normal 7 and $769 for the 7 Plus.
Though, if you're poor like me, you can just do those monthly plans for $32.41 or $37.41 per month. Here's to making payments to Apple for the rest of our lives.
Because I am doing that. That just sounded like a punch. Lastly, Tim Cook opened up the conference with updates to the Apple Watch OS and the Apple Watch Series 2. Before we get ahead of ourselves, the Watch OS 3 can be expected to hit your wrist very soon and will increase its speed to summoning apps from the ether, meaning faster response time.
Hooray!
Hooray! That's what people want.
For the Apple Watch Series 2, Apple is definitely taking a step in a more athletic direction, because we're all athletes. We're talking swim-proof watches, people.
Hell yeah, at least up to 50 meters.
Which is fun, but is that enough to actually buy an Apple Watch?
Consider this, 50% faster processor, 50% brighter display, speakers that eject water from your watch to protect itself, and GPS on the watch.
Damn, if you're unfamiliar, the first Apple Watch doesn't have GPS, which means that it has to be like kind of tethered to your iPhone. Now the watch is becoming more of an independent device, and that GPS feature can help you out when you play Pokemon Go full circle.
Yes, that's right, the Series 2 is getting a Pokemon Go integrations that can help you monitor how far it is until your eggs hatch, or when a Pokemon's nearby. Sure, Pokemon Go's popularity may have waned recently, but this new update definitely reignited my interest. As interest.
And your innards. The Series 2 comes in aluminum, stainless steel, and that new shiny toilet ceramic model that is slightly more sturdy actually than stainless steel. To top it off, Nike and Apple have teamed up again to present the Apple Watch Nike Plus Edition, which guilts you into running, which is a feature I did not want or ask for. Still, nice design though.
Keep an eye out September 16th for the Series 2 for only $370, with the Series 1 drops down to $270. The Nike Plus Edition will be out in October, so be ready.
That's it from us. What did you love or hate from the Apple live stream? What did you love and hate from our live stream where we got drunk earlier? If you can't tell, let us know down below.
Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this episode. Each week, HelloFresh creates new delicious recipes with step-by-step instructions designed to take around 30 minutes for everyone from novices to seasoned home cooks, short on time. HelloFresh sources the freshest ingredients measured to the exact quantities needed, so there's no food waste, all delivered to your doorstep in a special insulated box for free. Whitney and I actually got the chance to cook some of their top-notch meals. Let's check it out. So today we're going to be cooking 2 different dishes. I'm going to be cooking the steak fajitas, which are sprinkled with bell peppers and kiwi. So I'm very excited about that.
That sounds good.
What about you?
I'm making the chicken hero salad. That's how you pronounce that, I'm pretty sure. Those are making me cry.
Yeah, right?
I don't know if I'm a good cook. My mom was a caterer when I grew up, and so I like to think that some of that was passed on to me. I feel like this is cool because people who have never cooked before can be like, oh, that's what cooking is? That's easy. I love that this is pre-measured.
Oh, pepper smells so good.
Can you hear that? This looks so good. It's more like jalopable.
Jalopable. You know the Jalopable Islands?
This is gonna be the best I have eaten all week.
I'm so happy the way the kiwi and the steak paired, because one, I've never cooked steak before, so I'm very proud that it worked out.
You never cooked steak.
Never cooked steak, but I did
Could've fooled me.
for the first time, and these steak tacos were delicious. Salad was delicious. You guys can actually check it out for yourselves and try all these delicious meals and many more at HelloFresh.com. And for $35 off your first week of deliveries, you can go to HelloFresh.com and enter the promo code SFNERD09, and you sign up. It's pretty cool. Thanks, HelloFresh.
What a deal. Thanks.
Love you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh! It's delicious.
yummy!
It's delish.
Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, please. They need to know about the iPhone, and subscribe to this channel. Now that we're over 1 million, you can be like the start of the next million.
I'm Sam.
I'm Philip.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow. High five again. We'll get there.
It just said, come to the room that is whitest so you may shine the brightest. Also drinks.
Oh, yeah, let's do, but after this thumbnail photo shoot, though.
The what?
The thumbnail photo shoot, Bree.
I hear Matt's voice, but I don't see him.
Haha, sneak attack!
Oh God, Jesus!